Okay guys, I'm going to do kind of an interesting video here for a lot of people. And I'm sure it'll answer like some questions people have for me in the future or now, or I might be too nervous to ask. And I don't know, it just popped in my head. I was like, hey man, I should do a video like this. So I'm gonna do a little video talking about like the challenges I've faced over the 8 years I've been on YouTube. Almost nine. I'll just say 8 years I've been doing YouTube. So some of the challenges I faced being on YouTube as a, I guess, disabled YouTuber, because that's a whole nother wheelhouse of like being a YouTuber, a YouTube creator, or a YouTuber, whatever you want to say, is difficult in itself. But when you're disabled and have cerebral palsy or autism or whatever it might be, I mean, you have to overcome so many different things. For my situation, starting off, I was using an old program called Hypercam, which probably still exists. It's probably Hypercam 5 by now. I don't know. But I was using that to screen capture some emulator gameplay I would do. And I remember the first video I did on my first channel, my Super Metroid channel, Super Metroid Lover, before I got to take it down via copyright because of stupid stuff I was posting. Because I was like 16, I didn't really give a crap what I was trying to post. So, being a stupid teenage kid, being like, oh, it doesn't matter, or whatever. Now I'm more careful about what I post. But for a while, that's all I was doing. And then I started thinking, well, once that channel got taken down, I was like, well, I'm done with YouTube. I'm never gonna make another channel. But then when I started trying to look up stuff about Tiger handhelds and other handhelds, I was like, why are no channels covering this? So I came up with the idea of, why don't I do it? But then a problem arose. I was like, wait a minute, well, if I do this, who's going to help me film videos? And I think like the first video I posted, like that was handheld related on my first channel, my younger brother actually helped me film that, and that was probably 10, 11 years ago. And that was my first channel when YouTube like first started. That's when I first did it. And he helped me with that, but then I was like, I can't keep asking him every day to help me do these videos because he's younger brother. He's not gonna help me out with that kind of stuff. He helped me out with a few videos, but nothing like I want to do more videos, and like I was like, oh, I don't know what I can do with the handle game thing, so I just gave up on it and didn't think about it until the other channel went down. And I was like, you know what? When I do a new channel, it's gonna be all about that, and that's mainly what I'm gonna focus on. So that's basically what I did when I was a sophomore in high school. That's when I met my wife, and at the time we were just really good friends. We hit it off because we liked anime and we liked the same kind of stuff. She wasn't really a gamer, but I didn't really care. Like, it doesn't matter in a relationship. She doesn't need to be a gamer. She plays games with me every now and then. Like, we'll play Hyrule Warriors every now and then, especially now that the new one just came out. She said she'll help me get through that game again, so it'd be kind of fun to play that game with her again. But anyway, in a relationship, that really didn't come into play, like the video game aspect of me playing video games and stuff like that. That didn't really bother her, and I tried to get her into it. She's really not into gaming. I mean, it is what it is. At least she's into anime. Like, that's the biggest thing we have in common. We both love anime. My main anime passion is Dragon Ball Z, of course. You guys know that. I have almost every Dragon Ball Z LSI game in existence, so yeah, I'm a huge DBZ fan, so is she, but not as big as me. And she knows like that I'm huge into DBZ. So that's how we kind of hit it off. And then I asked her, I was like, would you be willing to help me film some stuff for YouTube? And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, just help me film videos. And she's like, would I have to be on camera? I'm like, not unless you'd want to be on camera. You don't have to be on camera unless you want to be. And, you know, she's barely ever on camera. She's very camera shy because she's really conscious about that stuff. She doesn't like being on camera. I don't know why, but maybe that's just her. I don't mind it. I did when I first started, because I hate the way my voice sounds. I hate the way it sounds, and I still do, but I mean, it is what it is. I can't really do anything to change my voice. I mean, I could talk like this or something, but you guys only change my voice and sound stupid. But, so yeah, then she started helping me film every video since Symphony Night was the first video I ever posted on this channel. And then we started filming more and more and more. And then, like, when we started dating, that's when she really started to realize that, hey, this guy's a weirdo. He collects all these old electronic handheld games. And I could tell it was, like, one of those things that was, like, really weirded her out. For a while, but then she realized I was passionate about it, and it didn't bother her. And then she started getting into it, like enjoying me, like getting some of the games and watching me play them on video. That's the main reason why she does the videos, because she enjoys watching me play them and recording them. So that's the main reason why she helps me out with doing them. But one of the challenges, going back to the challenge thing, is that if I wouldn't have her, there wouldn't be much of a channel for me. Like, if you have cerebral palsy, you're severely limited. Like, I always tell myself I'm not very limited, but in reality, I know what my limits are, and I know how to work around those limits. So, like driving, I can't drive. I've accepted that fact. It sucks. I could try to learn to drive, but I don't think I'd be very good at it. So that's where my wife comes into play. Filming videos is very difficult for me on my own. That's another hurdle I've gotten around because of my wife. That's literally the only reason that I've been able to overcome filming videos is because of having someone by my side every day of my life. If I didn't have her, I wouldn't know what to do with my life, and that's the God's honest truth. Like, she's the reason I get up in the morning, literally. Like, when she sees this video, it's probably gonna make her like cry her eyes out, but that's the God's honest truth. Like, without her, there wouldn't be a channel. I wouldn't be the way I am now. I wouldn't be energetic the way I am. I'd be real melancholy and bleh all the time like I used to be. Before I met her, I really never did anything outside the house, really. I mean, I went out a little bit, but I'm not as active as I am now. Like, I never went to conventions or malls a lot, or because I was always embarrassed to be with my parents. I mean, when I'm 18 years old, I don't want to be out with my parents. Like, who would? Even now, like, when the van broke down, my dad would drop us off. I was like, I'm not doing this until we get the van fixed. I'm not going out. It's embarrassing. I know it shouldn't be embarrassing, but it is. Because when you're an adult, you don't want to be with your mommy and daddy. I don't like saying I live at my parents' house. Like, I hate that. It's a fact of life, but I hate that fact. But like people said to me before, it is what it is. You're right, but I can still say it sucks. Because we're on our own. And I feel like there's times I feel like I'm limiting my wife. But then other times I'm like, oh, well, she knew what she was getting into when she married me, so she must not care about that fact. She cares about me, obviously. I mean, look at all the crap I have. But they're half of that crap she has bought me, so without her, I wouldn't have much of a freaking collection. And my parents. Like, my parents bought me a ton of shit over the years, too. But there's a lot of hurdles that I've overcome in the past 20 some years I've been gaming and doing things. Learning to try to play arcade games is a big problem with me. I can't play them that well. And that really frustrates me. I really wish I could play arcade games well, but I can't because this hand is very limited in what it can do. And I'm lucky I can play the games I can. Honestly, like, my mom and dad are amazed with what I can do with this hand and how well I can play games. That's honestly why that's because one time my dad asked me, no joke, he's like, why don't you become a professional gamer while you're playing tournaments? And honestly, I would, but I don't think could get good enough to get pro because of my hand, and because I wouldn't want to make the other people in the tournament feel like they would have to like go easy on it because of the disability. Because I've had people go easy on me before, and then I just totally blow them out of the water, and they're blown away by the fact that I'm as good at video games as I am. I'm not good at all video games, but the ones I like to play, I'm actually good at. But the N64 was hard for me to get into when I was a kid. I had to learn how to use a joystick. I'm okay with it now. I've gotten used to analog sticks. But like something like the Wii I can't play, which bothered me because I couldn't play the Wii to its full potential. I have a Wii. Most of my Wii games are like light gun games. And I have Brawl. That's pretty much my Wii collection. I couldn't play like Mario Galaxy or Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess. Thank God that came out on the GameCube, so I could. But there's so many things that I have to overcome every day. Like, it's just a struggle being a gamer with a disability, because like, it's hard to like find a game that I can actually play well. Now, thank God, the Switch, you don't have to use the freaking motion control with the Joy-Cons. That's what I was nervous about with the Switch when I first heard about it. I was like, shit, it's going to be another Wii thing where you're going to use motion controls. Thank God it's not like that, because most of them, you don't have to do that. The only thing I can't do with one of the Switch games I have is Ultra Street Fighter 2, the new Challenger, or whatever it's called. I can't do the Way of the Hunter mode because it requires too much wrist movement, and I don't have that much dexterity in my left hand. I know this was supposed to be like a YouTube thing, but it's like a gaming thing too, because that's what I focus on with this channel, so I figured I'd branch off and talk about that too. But yeah, like Wii I couldn't play, some Switch games I can't play to their full potential, but most I'll be fine with. So that's fine. I don't really care. I can get by with that Way of the Hunter. Like the rumble was stupid. So the gyroscope is really stupid in there. So like the slightest movement will make something happen, but it's not the way it was supposed to be played. So like that always bothered me. Like that I couldn't play like Mario Galaxy. I'd see my younger brother play it and be like, damn, I want to play that game. It looks so good. But I can never play it because I don't have enough dexterity in this hand to move, and I actually in both hands I can't move both hands at once easily. Like if I move this hand freely, this hand, like I have trouble focusing on moving this hand. So it's pretty difficult to use both hands at the same time, especially like waggling and doing other movements that you would have to do with Mario Galaxy with the nunchuck. So that's what made it difficult being a gamer. Like there's some games I couldn't do. arcade games were the biggest thing for me that always made me angry that I couldn't do. Like, the main games I could do were like liking games and beat 'em ups, because those were really easy on my wrist. Like, would only have to move like left, right, up, down. But like fighting games, I couldn't play Street Fighter because I can't do intricate movements with a arcade stick. So as a kid, I was always like, why can't they just have like a D-pad like built into the arcade, or a controller that comes out on the side or something? That's always something I wanted to do. Or like someone to build, like an arcade machine. Or like even a bar top arcade. I would always want one of them. Because if it's all my level, I can do pretty well. Like, I can play Tekken pretty well. I can play Soul Calibur pretty well. Because I actually managed to beat Soul Calibur 2 in the arcade before. I don't know how, but I did. Because I was pretty impressed with that. Because it's a fighting game. Usually, I'm terrible at fighting games with arcade sticks. But I think 3D fighters make it easier. So like Tekken and stuff that's not like intricate movements like Street Fighter, I can probably do fine with. Let's see, anything else I need to cover? Nope. Talked about YouTube, talked about gaming. So yeah, those was the kind of struggles that I've had in my life and in my YouTube career, I guess you could call it. I don't want to call it a career, but I mean, it's kind of been a career-ish. Because I think of this as kind of a job-ish for me, like I said. Because I enjoy doing it. And I'll always enjoy doing it, no matter how old I get. I'll be like 80 and doing videos. I can just imagine me doing videos when I'm 80 years old. It'd be funny as hell. Be like brain transfer or something, I don't know. Who knows where internet's gonna be in 60 years. But anyway. But to anybody that's disabled or challenged in any way, thinking about doing YouTube or something, or Twitch or something with online gaming or YouTubing or whatever, don't give up on it. Just try it out, see what happens. I mean, you can get people to help you. Your family will help you. Someone will help you with your YouTubing or your Twitching or your gaming or whatever. Because like I said, like, it's tough being a YouTuber with a disability. Like I said, like, it's tough doing that kind of stuff. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know. If you have any questions that I didn't address, like always, leave them down below. Like I said, I'm cool to answer anything. Don't mind my brother, he probably go to the bathroom or something. Like I said, it's always a challenge doing stuff like this. So I just figured I'd make a little video talking about struggles of YouTube and struggles in life in general for me. But so there you go, guys. Any questions, just leave me a comment below. If you like this video, let me know. I'm pretty sure some of you find it interesting. Like I said, the t-shirt link will be in the description below. Patreon's down there. Facebook, Twitter down there. Just go check me out wherever you can. Thanks for watching, guys. It's 4:30 in the morning almost, and I'm going to get ready for bed here soon. So, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos in the future. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Peace out.